Hello, my little weirdos. In case any of you wonder, oh, does she practice what she preaches? Yeah, yes, I do. If I'm in that situation, I absolutely do what I say in a public forum. I do make those calls, and I have made those voicemails. I have left them. And I got uh, the 55 or 5 calls app. That's what it's called, the 5 calls app. And I'm really about what I put on my phone. And I put it on because I thought, you always having to go. Sometimes you look up and you get the wrong phone numbers. Now you can't even be guaranteed you're going to be given the correct phone numbers. So, I thought, let's see. Because usually I always get either a voicemail or the voicemail's full, and the line's busy. At least lately. I called. I put in for my zip. And I've called Mikey Cheryl before, and I've left voicemails and emails because I cannot get through. I had it all in my head. They even give you a little script. Oh my God! Somebody answered. A young guy he answered the phone. I'm like, oh my God! I've been wanting to get a person in. On the inside to talk to, but now I have a person, and I was like, okay, I am not going to read. I'm just going to get down to straight to it. I'm not going to waste your time reading what I have written here. Okay, just going to tell you, I want her to continue to oppose all this BS. I want her to continue to oppose what they're doing, what Musk is doing. And I was just like, she goes, and I just kind of went on a mini rant. Y'all know what those are like. And he's like, ma'am, I appreciate that passion, and I hear you. And I'm like, I let him talk, and he got my information, how to spell my name and stuff. I was like, you know what? Y'all have somebody here. I'm a female. I turned 62 this month. So I'm an older female, and I'm white, and I'm considered disabled. So I'm low income. Oh my God. And I have a big mouth. I was like, sir, you can tell that. Use me, Democrat Party. Use my voice. I can be corralled. I can stay to a script. Just use me. I'm loud. I'm proud. Good God, use me. This is when you need to get attention. This shit gets attention. Okay? For God's sake, I couldn't be more perfect for the resistance part. People use me for that usage, not like in general. And he's like, ma'am, I hear you, and I am absolutely going to pass this forward on after I enter your information, because they tally how percentage of people. They actually do. It does matter because they make note who and the area code, what areas. That's where those polls come from, people. So you call, you leave your messages, you leave your emails, because then you can say that part of that poll is mine. I was part of making that poll. And that's speaking out publicly. That's letting others know, oh, that number is growing since last week. Whoa. Maybe I should think about it. And there it goes. It starts. Do you see what I'm trying to say, guys? It matters. Every call matters. I was so over. I was tripping over my words, and I told him that. I was like, oh my God, I feel like I'm fangirling, or somebody kind of laughed, because he's like me. He's just a person, And I said, I feel like I'm fangirling, but you don't understand how passionate I am to keep America away from MAGA. And you don't get it. And he says, no, no, ma'am, I absolutely do get it. I can hear it. I'm like, good. So it matters. You make enough calls, they hear you. Somebody hears you if you yell loud enough. You go, well, I don't have a loud voice like you. Do you have the stamina? Do you have the dedication? Because, that whole call took 3 minutes. And that was a long call for those kind of calls. That was long. But I figured I didn't read the spiel. So they would have had to listen to the spiel anyway. If you don't know what to say, there's a little write-up that can, for those that can't find words, verbally expressing stuff. But they just came pouring out of me. And you're thinking like, I'm not surprised. Yeah, well, that's why I said, freaking use me as an advocate. Get my butt. Get me to those marches. Believe me, it'll be worth it to the Democratic Party. Believe me. I guarantee you. You get me out, oh God, and give me a bullhorn. Oh, shit. Yeah. Give me a target. What we're looking at. And give me a megaphone. Now, party's over. They'll hear me in the Capitol. Literally. Through the walls. They will. So, yeah, I don't know. Let's see. I was like, when he says, well, I'll pass this on, I was like, no, I'm serious. I am serious. You need somebody who doesn't mind. And by now, I don't mind getting up and up despite the nerves. If I'm what will help. The hair color changes all the time. He kind of laughed. So, I just letting you know, it matters. Every voice matters. And every time you call matters because you might actually get a human being. That was like, woo. It was like, dang. It's like right now, the sun's coming out. It's been a little overcast. It's later on in the afternoon. Looks like rain might be coming in. And I'm looking out the 2 windows. What is she doing? This is the corner of the building. So, kids on the playground. Yeah. So, rather interesting. This went much longer than I was expecting to do, under 3 minutes for a short. But, wow, that was a psych. People are like, oh, great, she got to talk to somebody. What's so exciting about that? Well, if you've tried calling these numbers to talk to somebody, or even just to leave a voicemail, you know what a big deal that is. It's a big deal to actually get a human being. And actually, halfway through, I was like, I know you got to go. He goes, I'm okay for right now. That's when I said, when we were talking about, you should be using me. And that's, I was like, I know you got to go, but I just needed to get that. And he goes, no, I'm okay. I'm just writing this down. So I do believe, I really got the sincerity feeling that he did pass it along. He's like, man, that's one loquacious woman. She's pretty worked up there. Come on. I've said it for years. I wish there was a networking platform to take people that have never been in politics, don't have any family in politics, don't have money, but they have passion for this country and for everybody to have a fair shot, And that's what I thought public servants were supposed to be doing. Politicians. I thought that's where they were supposed to get that give that drive to want to I don't want to say serve, but want to make things so everybody has a shot. There's not leaning toward one or the other. Everybody who wants something, who wants to express, is allowed to express, is allowed to shine if they get that moment, and not be repressed and oppressed. And I don't see a lot of that anymore. It's all, and MAGA has done that. They've made things party against party instead of perspective against perspective, which is what the parties actually are. It's the people that are more progressive, moving forward, their view, as opposed to the ones that it ain't broke, don't fix it, you know. That's kind of, I mean, that's what I thought politics in America was kind of like. I mean, that's always what I grew up feeling, that it's we're all working on this together. We just have different viewpoints. Not like we have complete different freaking visions of life, as in one party just wants, see Kyle, only white straight males get any kind of notice. That's the face of the nation, and pretty soon there won't be any commercials with anybody but white straight males. I mean, that's what they want. They want to see white straight males in their homes, outside. That's the only ones they want to see in ads, on billboard, anywhere, is white straight males. That's it. And that's not American. That's not. It's y'all that have changed, not America. Not American values. You keep saying, oh, we have to go back to the American values. Our American values have changed, and then they've become solid. That is it. No racism. None of that shit. No misogyny. No this. Okay? You're the ones who want to go back in time, when only the white straight males got recognition or anything. Got a voice, had property, chose who to marry. The person chosen just had to do it because they had no other options. That's not utopia. That's white man's utopia. But that's not utopia. Big difference. That's not man's utopia. That is white man's utopia. That's not what America had evolved to becoming. We are now devolving into a spiraling. So every voice, every call, every voicemail, every email matters. And if you get somebody actually live on the phone, make sure you don't fangirl or fanboy too hard before you come to your senses and say, wait, I need to tell you something. There's something I really need to tell you. So, let's see. If anything comes from it, I'll let you know. But yeah, that would be such a privilege. I ain't looking for getting paid for it. Just to be able to say, hey, if you need a little real patriotism, come on here and I'll share some with you. I'll get people fired up if I can. Hell yeah. Hell to the yeah. I'm an extroverted introvert or an introverted extrovert, whichever you choose. I'm not the first one to say, I'll take charge. When somebody says, who wants to be a leader? I'm not the one that goes, oh, I'll do it. I'm kind of like the one that looks around and sees if everybody else is doing the same thing, or somebody far too quickly goes, I'll do it, and I know the kind of person they are. I will say, well, if nobody else, I mean, I'll do it. I'll do it. I just, if you think there's somebody that's would do the job better, that's fine. But if nobody, I'll do it. I mean, I'll do the best I can. That's kind of how I am. I'm not like I have to have the center. I'd rather not have the center of attention. But if the cause is legitimate and it's something I'm passionate about, I can't help but like having to help. Does anybody understand that? You're just gonna be like, oh, there's that weird orange. Let it fade. Let the hair fade. It'll come to it'll come to a peachy color. Some of it's already yellowing out. Does anybody though really understand just needing to be? I know I can galvanize some people. Not everybody is takes to my style, but the way I look at it is not everybody takes to that bland, that neutral that a lot of journalists and stuff. You do that neutral background if you occasionally have something bright on, but not, distracting. Well, there's a lot of neurodivergent folks like me out there who kind of, if you're like, if you don't, when there's nothing for stimulation, you kind of you're trying to concentrate, but you're starting to hear the Peanuts adult voice, the teacher voice, the wall. You need some of that stimulation to keep your brain going, hey, pay attention, listen to the word. It's hard to explain, but the neurodivergent, in all different ways, you understand what I'm saying. And maybe we're not reaching some of those people properly because we're just doing the same. Okay? We're not reaching some of those people. Those are the people that are absolutely left side, left wing, just by being who they are. Women, people of color, you should be on left wing just by the nature of they hate you on the other side. But this is about a lot of things, but it's about speaking up. And everybody has been stereotyped into some box, either by gender, by preference, by culture, by race, by just whatever. We've all been stereotyped by nerd, you've all been stereotyped into several boxes. So maybe those in your box will listen when you also say, hey, I'm this, and I was able to make calls. So guys, do it. Come on, it's not that hard. I mean, this is what we need. This grassroots, you and me, going and doing those things and saying, hey, they listen to us. I mean, when you hear Brian Tyler Cohen or Jesse Dollarmore, David Packman say, hey, the representatives had an interview with me, over online. You're like, well, yeah, you live around the area. You're kind of known already. They're not going to do it for me. But you guys, some of you should. If any of us have had, they're starting to do it. They're starting to do it with people like Luke Beasley, Adam Mockler. But y'all should be paying more attention to all of us, because we might be filling niches that you are neglecting. So some of the ones that don't look like that aren't like Gen Z, but still in that that monotone, neutral. I get the purpose of that because you don't want people directed to look at things while they're listening because you want them to pay attention. But that's exactly how people that are neurodivergent process. They need that stuff sometimes. And you're neglecting that. Those are the people that you need to help. So we'll see. Peace out. Good luck.